Good morning, Mr. Hansen.
Good morning.
We are happy to receive you for the interview with our official website. So to begin with, can you briefly tell us your experience with the tournament so far?
Well, first let me state that the pleasure is all mine. And regarding the tournament, I have a very positive impression about the organizers' efforts to make a smooth functioning event, and I'm very satisfied with the way we have been received and the technical conditions of the tournament.
So from Norway to India, it's quite a long way. So has your daughter qualified for the tournament, or you decided to enroll her to gain the experience?
No, she qualified for the tournament through Norwegian championships. She is the Norwegian champion for girls under 16, and she also became second in the Nordic championship for girls under 20. But I have to add that she was chosen as the second participant. The first were not able to travel to India this time, so she had the opportunity.
So did she have any prior training camp before coming to this event, because it is very strong?
She has been training regularly and hard during her summer holiday, and she has a personal coach, which of course helps her provide the necessary training at her level.
We find that you're coming from Norway, which presently has, the Magnus Carlsen, the world #1 player. So always it raises a curiosity. So how do you put the popularity of chess in Norway?
I don't think it's possible to say that chess is as popular in Norway as it seems to be in India, with coverage of like this championship in major newspapers. But of course, because of Magnus Carlsen, we have growing interest and media coverage because of him.
I'm sure with Magnus being around as #1, probably it would have been a little better than what it used to be, is it not?
That is true, but what we call the Magnus effect hasn't quite clearly shown itself at this point.
Which means it is still behind, like sports like football, or popular ones like tennis.
Oh, yes. Football is the #1 sport in Norway, and I don't think chess can ever compete in public interest with football.
But does the government or the Federation of Norway has got plans for the players to support them, or to train them to become a better players and big grandmasters?
Norwegian Chess Federation is a very small federation. I think nationally the youth part of this organization counts maximum 2,000 players, and which makes us a very small group in Norway sports as well. But we are growing slowly, and there are projects that are being realized now that has proven some effect in the gain of recruitment of new players. But we are a very small organization still.
So chess as a career, as a profession, is it beneficial to Norwegians?
I think chess should have more focus in Norwegian schools, for instance, than is the case today. I feel chess is great value in training the brain, no matter which academic career you should later choose to follow. But I feel we are a developing country in spite of Magnus Carlsen's achievement. He is unique and one of a kind, and we have other stronger players, but maximum 10 grandmasters altogether in Norway makes us a small nation chess-wise.
Yeah, because I can understand that someone emulating Carlsen doesn't happen. I mean, he's probably a small genius by himself.
He is a small, yes.
Yeah, it has just happened, and following his path may be difficult, but probably the Carlsen effect, will boil down to the country to make more people take up chess. Is it possible?
I think it will be possible, even though we haven't seen the full effect of this yet. But he is an idol for many young people playing chess today, and I think this value is not possible to estimate high enough.
Because vis-a-vis India to Norway, if we see, every time Vichy goes on to win a world championship, he has won the title 4 times. I have always found that every time he wins, the wave, the Vichy Anand wave, like you can see hundreds and thousands of new kids taking up to the game. So I'm sure that is something that the federation and the country should take up, as something that can benefit the kids and they can catch upon it. So probably, what would be the case in Carlsen about in Norway?
Well, I think if Magnus Carlsen was Indian citizen, you would have a completely different hype surrounding him than we see in Norway. But the newspapers, they follow Magnus Carlsen's victories and tournaments, but mostly in small articles inside the newspaper, and it's not fair compared to the standard of his achievement. But it's Norway and how chess are considered there.
So coming back to the tournament, can you briefly tell us about the Norwegian participants? How many are playing and what are their practical chances?
Norway have 3 players in this tournament, 2 boys and my daughter, which is playing this time. Nikolai Getz, one of the Norwegian players, started the tournament very strongly with 2 victories, and he also beat Russian Grandmaster Shugiro, is that his
very nice
name? And has fallen a bit off in a couple of rounds, and are now standing with 4 or 5 points. I'm not really sure.
Okay, then 5 out of probably 7 is quite a decent score, but 6 more rounds to go. I think he may still have a fair chance to finish somewhere in the top. It will all depend on the finish.
Definitely, and we also have this other player, Frode Ørkedal, who is maybe a half point ahead of Nikolai Getz at this point. So altogether, we are quite pleased with our players' role in this tournament this far.
Do you have a traveling Norwegian coach along with you? Do you have a coach accompanying the team?
No, we don't have a coach accompanying the team. Our federation is not a very rich one, and it would cost too much to send a group that was bigger.
Coming back to your daughter, what are your future plans for your daughter? How old is she, and what she really plans into chess?
My daughter is 14 years old, so she is one of the youngest players in the tournament. My plan for her is to allow her to develop her individuality as independently as possible to achieve her own goals when she managed to find them. At this point, chess is her major interest, and she is practically in love with the game.
Yeah, that's very nice. Regarding the conditions, can you tell us how you feel the stay here, and the food and the accommodation and the organizing? Can you tell us how you feel about it?
The food South India and Chennai are very exciting. Today I was offered a special course by the hotel director who said he had prepared this specially for me because I happened to mention the other day that I loved spicy food. So he had made me something very strong, and I really enjoyed it. I wish I had better time to explore the gastronomical sides of Chennai, but the food, of course, during the championship are made to suit Europeans, and we all appreciate this effort, of course.
Because we have participants from 50 countries, they have got dishes from continental to Chinese to a variety of dishes are getting ready. And other areas of organization, how do you feel about it? Organizing the tournament, your accommodation, and the reception. Yeah.
I think the organizers have done a great job in putting the conditions together in the way that's most welcoming and comfortable for us staying here at the hotel during our stay. We could always find something to complain about, but we don't want to, because we are very happy with how things are organized, and technically everything concerning the tournament has been smoothly working from day one, and this is of course very important.
That I think shows probably things are working well, and it also shows you are a good heart, generous heart.
Thank you.
So this interview will be webcast into our official website. Would you want to pass a message to your Norwegian Federation of Friends back home?
Of course, I will announce this interview in all possible ways towards my friends, and I will make a link to it on my Facebook profile. So probably most of Chess Norway will be able to see this interview there.
Before we wind up, the Olympiad that's going to come in Norway is always picking up in the news. Can you just highlight about it? In 2 years' time, you're going to have a chess Olympiad in Norway.
Yes,
quite an exciting stuff.
That's a very exciting tournament to be the organizer of, and I know the Norwegian Federation are honored to be chosen to hold this championship, and I am sure that we will be able to make an Olympic game that will be one of a kind in the middle of Norwegian nature, and provide you with a beauty that we can offer.
I guess that's going to be a huge task with more than 150 countries taking part, and also I wanted to know, like Oslo being a big city, how come they have chosen Tromsø to keep the Olympiad? Anything?
Well, Tromsø has big experience in organizing chess tournament. For several years they have annually held the Arctic chess tournament, which has attracted a lot of top players, and everybody have been very pleased with the organizers there, so we don't fear that Tromsø was the wrong choice, and on behalf of Oslo.
Yeah, I remember even Vichy played the Arctic Challenge a few years back, like there was a closed wrap with Vichy and Carlsen and one more Norwegian Grandmaster, and Judith Polgar played, and so he has been describing the Norwegian experience as something very exciting. So I need to thank you for your time and your patience in answering the questions. I wish your daughter all the good luck in the tournaments.
Thank you very much.
Wish you a more pleasant stay in India.
Thank you very much.
Mr.
It has been my pleasure, definitely.
We hope to meet you in the Olympiad in Norway.
I am sure we will. I will be there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.